I've been talking for, I don't know, 2 minutes. And probably people did not hear me. So, anyways, what I was saying is that today I really have no idea what I want to talk about. Maybe except energy exchange. Okay, so when I say energy exchange, a lot of my mentors, from Blair to Tony Robbins to almost everyone I meet, even the books I read, would always speak about energy. Success requires energy. R equals, or SRE. Success requires energy. And it's the same with almost everything else in the world. So breakthroughs require energy. New things that you could possibly want in terms of results, like maybe better physical health, better relationships. And when I say relationships, I don't just mean your love life. Maybe it's relationship with people, with life. Maybe it also means money or career. How's your money or career, and maybe it's something spiritual. You're seeking more in life than just living. You're trying to find your purpose or your new role with everything. So it requires energy. And granted that some people have more energy than others, and that's a given. But the question is, how many of you have ever experienced where you clearly want something, you want more out of life, but your actions are doing otherwise? You want to save, but then at least some you want to save, but then there's a buffet. You want to save, and then there's this new toy out there distracting you. Or maybe you want a relationship. Maybe you like a girl. And this is especially true for me. Maybe I like someone, but then I don't really want I don't really want to let go of the freedom of being single. The value of being single is better than whatever I get in a relationship. Same with careers. Some people might want, to get promoted, or maybe jump into a career that's more lucrative somewhere else. But then maybe security is also more valuable than jumping ship and then assuming a new responsibility in life. And all of that requires energy. And what most people don't know is that we actually have, we can only make limited decisions per day. Major decisions per day, or major, what's the word I'm looking for? Major stuff. We can only deal with a limited number of things before we need rest. And sometimes rest does not just mean sleep. Sometimes rest means you're not thinking, or rest means you just want to be with people that you need. So it's crazy. So, and we have a limited energy of that. Now the question is, how do we increase that energy? Because by increasing the energy, we are able to do exactly more. We are able to achieve exactly more, and we are able to attract more, because the universe or God or even the community will see that, oh hey, this guy's capacity is a lot bigger than the rest. So maybe he or she deserves more, right? So how do we do that? How do we increase our energy? How do we increase our capacity? So one of the best ways to do that is through frameworks. Okay, you think in frameworks. One of the reasons why I'm able to decide really fast when it comes to things is because in some way or form, I've programmed my mind to think in frameworks. And what does framework mean? People sometimes use acronyms. So by acronyms, that it could be something like what I just mentioned earlier, SRE, success requires energy. It could be something as simple as that. You know, you create a framework that helps you decide. You know, okay, so when come face to face with a problem, you program your mind. Okay, this is framework number one. Success requires energy. Do I have to exert energy for this? Is the energy, after exerting the energy, is it worth it? Etc. etc. Another framework you could use is you could use the ikigai, you know, reason for being, the Japanese version of ikigai. Okay, if I'm gonna do something, does it make me happy? Will it give me money? Will it is it something the world needs? Is it something I'm good at? You know, and if the answer is yes for everything, okay, then maybe it's something that I need to do. One other framework is something that Plato or Socrates would use when it comes to gossip. So he would a friend of his would approach him and tell him, Socrates or Plato, I forgot whichever of the two it was, I have something to tell you. And then they would just say, is what you're about to tell me something good? Is what you're about to tell me something something that is true? And is what you're telling me something that is helpful? So if the answer is no, then why are you telling me? So automatically there's a framework in his head that if a certain information does not reach the checklist of the framework, he automatically deletes it from his, or he automatically ignores the information because it takes energy. Accepting gossip, you know, takes energy. And maybe you're the type of person who likes gossip. Okay, no judgment there. But you can choose to conserve energy based on the frameworks that you're using. So, like I said, one of the frameworks that we mentioned earlier, the ikigai. Okay, you can choose your life based on that. Now, one of the frameworks I love as well to use when it comes to conserving energy is called the if else then. So, if this, then that. You know, it's like coding. You code your brain. So, something like does this, if this object creates wealth for me, then then this is the set of actions that I'm gonna do moving forward. Okay, so it's very helpful when it comes to investing. So if the opportunity is requiring money and and is it legal and is it helping people, then I will put my money in there. Okay, so there's three criterias now. So now I'm not susceptible to scams because for me to start investing in something, it has to meet the criterias that I'm setting up, right? Then I do this. And I create these if else then that scenarios or frameworks in my head based on different things. Okay, so if a friend asks for help and the help is and the problem is valid, and then you can even add parameters. Okay, what makes things valid for help? Okay, maybe it's an emergency. Okay, and you can set another parameters of what emergency is. You know, maybe the what valid also means is that it aligns with your values, etc., etc. So you can think in frameworks. So by creating frameworks, you're able to lessen the load on your mind and lessen the necessary energy it needs to make major decisions. And if you notice, here's the fun part. When you notice this, that your actions in life have patterns, you're able to create more if else, and you're able to create more frameworks that can actually help you, that's what I'm looking for, that can actually help you scale not only conserving energy, but increasing the capacity in you. So, and I'll probably end with this. It also helps to know that your mind is also more powerful than your body. The frameworks you create can also help you push your body into doing things that it thinks you cannot do. For example, planking, you know. You can just create a framework where the pain equals this, the pain equals progress, the pain equals living longer in life, etc. So I'll end tonight with that. See you guys next time.